Betty Davis once quipped, "Getting old ain't no place for sissies." She'd be right. The older I get, the more I understand. That anyways. There's a lot I still don't understand. A lot I thought I once understood. Anyway, Jimmy Buffett once said that he's growing older, not up. I identify with that one too. And my very first caregiving gig was with Mrs. Blanks back at church when I was somewhere about 19 years of age. Anyways, when I first started, she explained to me, she goes, "Don't ever ask me how I feel. At my age, I'm always in pain. Don't want to talk about it." All right, I can respect that. And another time, early on when I was working with her, she said, "You know, Liz, I have my good days and I have my bad days. Some days I feel like I'm 150, and some days like I'm just 50. And I thought that was a gold nugget worth holding on to. And I held on to it and I held on to it, and I woke up on my 50th birthday and I went, oh shit, I'm in trouble. At that point, I'd had heart failure for 12 years, been on a bunch of medication for that. It was the result of some medication I had when I was pregnant with my babies, but that's another story. Anywho, yeah, getting older, it ain't for sissies. But it beats the alternative. And getting older is what this channel's about, but doing it in a real, genuine way, because we all have something going on. Most of it as we get older isn't quite so visible. A lot of us are plagued with those invisible illnesses. I've had fibromyalgia for decades and only diagnosed not terribly long ago. I've been medically retired since I was 58, 63 now. And that wasn't an easy thing. You don't get a party when they medically retire you. Social Security just... Anyways, Social Security is one of those things that's hard to talk about right now because the powers that be are threatening it in all kinds of atrocious ways. But anyways, hey, I'm getting off topic. Hi, I'm Liz, and this is Groovy Happy You, where we talk about late blooming, gimpy hearts, homesteading and aging in place in the 55 plus community here on the beautiful coast of California. We've got birds going off in the background. The sun's actually out. It wasn't earlier today. I've got my glorious find of an ugly umbrella at the bulk waste pickup, and that link is there in the description down below. But anyway, yeah, life's going forward, and I'm going forward with this channel, and it's kind of a lot about, you know, when you think about aging, a lot of the younger folks in particular, and some of those just transitioning, they think about the wrinkles, and they're looking at the mirror in their faces and they're seeing wrinkles on their faces, and that's just not life. That's not where the wrinkles are truly happening. Those are just reflections. The wrinkles that happen are in the fabric of life. You get that diagnosis of heart failure or diabetes or something down the line, and that's the little glitch, the wrinkle that you adapt to, and you work through it, and you change it. You change yourself, you work on your health if you have the opportunity, and you actually have to make the opportunity. Nobody gives you that opportunity. You have to make the opportunity to want to get healthy. You make life changes as you can. Sometimes you have to make that a priority. Anywho, the main topics here at Groovy Happy You are going to be with very deep realness. keeping it real, keeping it joyful and humorous, because that's where the healing takes place. It's also about healing, but one of the cornerstones of my healing toolbox anyways is humor. I use it frequently, oftentimes also with inappropriateness, and sometimes I apologize for that, sometimes I'm in therapy for that, and sometimes it just is what it is. Humor served me well over the years. One of the other primary topics is about aligned living, and aligned living for me is living within my values and scope of my actual abilities. That area I'm a work in progress in, but living my values ages me. Not living my values. Let me start over again. Not living my values ages me. And when I'm living with my aligned values, that's where the joy and happiness comes from. That's where my humor appropriately serves me. And that's more about what I want to share. So my area and arena is my garden here, my garden at the pantry garden where I'm taking classes, out of the community, some of the parks, and the beach possibly. I haven't gotten there yet. Anyway, I hope you come along for the journey. It's not for sissies. It's not for the faint of heart. And I'm on the adventure to grow older but not up. Peace out. Stay groovy.